Hello, Suzanne from Dunning Vision's Hypnosis. I'm here to ask those of you who provide mental health therapy a pretty serious question. Do you find yourself getting a bit hurt in some fashion through the vicarious traumatization that you experience when your clients are telling you sad stories? Because this is a problem. One of the things that needs to happen before anyone is delivering therapy to another person is to not have these types of things occurring. And the way that you don't have these things occurring is to heal all your past negative events, all the traumas that you experience, anything that you feel has been damaging to your emotional state. Because when we don't have these things cleared for ourselves, any patient who comes into our office to do work with us could potentially trigger those old wounds. And when that happens, well, it's not very good for the patient, and it's definitely not good for you. Being a professional therapist means that you need to hold the space for them to be able to tell their facts, tell you about the events without you getting all upset or being triggered in some fashion or form. And when you're not able to do that, it makes the patient feel really unsafe. I know that I've had a few clients, not a lot of them, but a few of them over the years, tell me that that's why they left their therapist. Because the therapist didn't seem emotionally balanced when they were telling them what was going on in their lives. And that was a problem. And sadly, they never told the therapist that that was the problem. They just never went back for therapy again. Not a good idea, but people are going to do what they're going to do. So what do you do about this problem? Well, the thing that I would do about it, and what I did do about it before I ever got into working with anybody to try to heal them of anything, was I got my own house in order first. And though I did go for several years of therapy when I was younger, that really didn't help. It didn't get rid of the problems. Sure, I learned some things about why things happened and was able to forgive some of the people in my life who did some pretty crappy things to me. But the real healing came when I went to a very expensive training with my neuro-linguistic programming trainers, Tad and Adriana James. And it was actually a group situation. There were 9 of us in the group, all there to do personal work. 3 of them had been through it before. 3 of them were employees of the company, and then there were 3 of them like me, well, including me, who are brand new. And I'm going to tell you that that short period of time with the 2 of them cleared me of my bipolar, and it helped me to really get my life in order in a way that I never knew was possible before. Because no conventional therapist ever thought it was possible. But, when you're dealing with people who actually have helped people heal from these kinds of situations for, I don't know, at that point it was 20 plus years for Tad, probably closer to 30 at that time. He knew it was possible. And he just let me know what was possible and if I was interested. And I said, hell yeah, tell me what I got to do. He told me what I had to do, and 5 minutes later it was done. So I'm going to invite you to see if you'd be interested in doing some work with me so you can clear all these issues out of your world so that you're not being triggered vicariously by your patient's problems any longer. Because this stuff does need to be cleared out, and the only way I know to really get it cleared out for certain is through hypnotism and neuro-linguistic programming, because it's really in the emotional mind, the amygdala and the hippocampus, where these things live. So if you don't know how to access those areas of the brain because you never studied hypnotism or neuro-linguistic programming, which is a form of hypnotism, by the way, because it also bypasses the prefrontal cortex of the mind where conscious therapy happens, what conventional therapists are taught to work in. You can transform people's negative thoughts and beliefs into positive, life-giving thoughts and beliefs, and they leave feeling lighter and brighter. And and they're able to live into their compelling future. And so I'm going to offer this to you because the bottom line is that there are a lot of therapists out there. Hear about it all the time on CORE, people. There's a lot of people on CORE, patients, who complain bitterly about the inability of their therapists to be able to listen to them, the inability of them to take responsibility when they do something that bothers the patient, the inability to set appropriate boundaries. I don't know, the list goes on and on and on. And you might say, well, that's because they have problems. Well, yeah, they do have problems, and they deserve to have people working with them who no longer have those problems so that they can be objective and really help them work through those things in a constructive fashion. So if you're interested in actually overcoming your own emotional traumas and difficulties, if you're feeling stuck in some way or you're sick of feeling sick in some way, by all means, check out my contact information below and we can set up a video call to see if that's something that you'd be willing to invest in for yourself and truthfully for your patients. That's all I have for you for this one. As always, I thank you for spending your time with me. Till next time. Bye-bye, all.